Welcome family, ladies and gentlemen of the interwebs. We're going to talk about something extremely important as far as fitness is concerned. And this is something that a lot of fitness coaches fail to talk about. A lot of personal trainers fail to talk about this. If you've had a personal trainer, chances are they didn't talk to you about spinal alignment. They didn't talk to you about how to fix your posture, right? For those of you who are experiencing lower back pain, shoulder injuries, those of you who can't grow the width in your back and things like that, those of you who can't grow your chest, those of you ladies who can't grow your butt and things like that, right? Posture. Let me tell you something, it is extremely difficult to build muscle and get in shape and do all of this type of stuff with posture issues. And the worse your posture issues are, the worse your spinal alignment is, the more difficult it is to actually get in shape. It's extremely difficult to build the body you want with the spine that is most undesirable in curvature. So, before I move forward, the spine has a kyphotic curve, a lordotic curve, and these curves have to be segmented in a specific way. So, your first curve is your lordotic curve. That's in your neck here, right? So your neck from your skull has a lordotic curve like this. The second curve is going to be your kyphotic curve, right? That's the T-spine curve, right? So that's the curve after the lordotic curve in your neck. You get a kyphotic curve in your upper back, and then there is another curve, right? The lordotic curve once again. And from your T-spine, your thoracic spine, is your lumbar spine, and that's where you get your lordotic curve, right? Now, most people from what I see, when they have lower back issues and things like that, and they can't grow their glutes and their hamstrings and stuff, and their hamstrings are tight, is because their lordotic curve in their lumbar spine is barely there. They don't really have that curvature. And so, this is something that you can actively work on. You can actually strengthen the muscles in your spinal erectors to pull your position, pull your spine back in place to reestablish that curvature, right? And the same thing with people who have neck issues. Your neck issues can affect your shoulders. Let me tell you something. When the curvature in your C-spine, when you're like this here, and you have a very limited curvature in your spine, that affects the force output in your shoulders and your whole entire arm. So when you lack curvature in your neck, that's going to result in weak arms that don't grow, right? So if you're doing arms every day trying to grow arms, and you're doing shoulders trying to grow your shoulders, and you're struggling to grow your shoulders, check the spinal alignment in your C-spine, right? In your neck. You want to be here, right? Not here. You want to be here. So really focus on pulling those shoulders back, getting the chin back, tucking in the stomach, and standing up as straight as you can, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a quick drill on how to start working on your posture, a little quick exercise to start working on your posture, right? And this is all about posterior chain strength, right? Getting the muscles in the back strong so you go from being slumped over to being upright. Now ladies, if you do not feel your glutes when you're doing your legs and you just feel your quadriceps, this is going to be a big thing for you that you're going to want to learn. Alright, so with this exercise, you start off in a neutral position, standing as tall as possible, and then reaching up to the sky, right? Or the ceiling if you're indoors. And then while maintaining that position with the arms extended and the back flat, you're going to focus on pushing your butt back until you reach a 90-degree angle at the hip, or at least close to it. Now, through this exercise, I want you to really focus on stretching your arms out, okay, and keeping your back flat. And the reason for that is because we don't want to bend at the waist, we want to bend at the hip, right? And most of us, we bend at the waist, right? And when you do that during your training and stuff, that's going to cause you a lot of stress on your lumbar spine and things like that. And that's not really a good way to use your glutes, which is the largest muscle in the body. So you're going to do this about 6 to 8 times. Now to capitalize on that, the next movement, you're going to press your palms against your thighs till you reach your knees back in that that position where you're bent at the hip, and then just focus on reaching the arms up, right, with the palms out. And so the reason why we do this with the arms is because that focuses and emphasizes more of the thoracic extension, right? So we're not just doing lumbar extension, but we're also doing thoracic extension and really sucking in the abs and focus on contracting the abs, the obliques, and spinal erectors all together so we can get full core engagement. And then just do this exercise. You can just raise your arms, 6 to 8 times again, right? And the final exercise here, we're going to go fully from a flexed spine to an extended spine, right? While maintaining the bend at the hip. So now this is more so of spinal segmentation. This is more advanced. Some of you may need to work towards this because a lot of people can't do this without losing the bend in the hip, right? But if you can, definitely try it out. You can do this like 4 to 6 times. You don't really want to fatigue your lumbar, your spinal erectors too much, right? Depending on your experience level. And that's pretty much it, guys. All right, folks, so there you have it. Let's cut out the slouching. Let's fix the gaps, right? Let's get vertical, stand up tall. There's more to fitness than just gaining and growing individual muscles or putting more weight on the bar. It's about aligning ourselves. It's about getting into the correct position, right? And when we position ourselves for greatness, we can then go and pursue greatness and realize our own greatness, whatever that looks like for you. So having said that, I will see you in the next video, people.